Alright boys, this is the best AKM build to make you millions. I'm legendary, let's get right into it. Before we get into the build guys, don't forget if you like this video to like, comment, and subscribe. This is my first YouTube video on Delta Force. At the end of the build, I'm going to have a full gameplay for you, so make sure you stick around and watch that as well. Alright guys, let's get right into the AKM budget build. Now the first thing I like to do with these weapons is take a few shots, make sure I understand the recoil pattern. The AK is up and to the right, so we pull down and to the left while we're shooting. So even without any attachments, we can still hit those, maybe not that one, but we can still hit the dummies out there. And we'll throw some attachments on here, that way we can minimize that recoil as much as possible, which is really the only downside of the AKM. We'll start at the barrel, that way we can open up all of our attachment slots. The barrel we're going to be going with is the practical long barrel. This is going to give us the range and muzzle velocity, control and stability, while just taking away some handling and accuracy, which will help on the back end with other attachments. Once we install this, we get the foregrip and both the patches. The next attachment we're going to go to first, though, is the muzzle device. Now, you do have two options here. You can either get the increased recoil control with the steel muzzle brake, or if you play solo, you're playing with randoms, you don't want everyone on the map to know where you are, you're shooting a ton of bots, you can do the practical suppressor here instead. It doesn't change the recoil by a whole lot, but it is the second option for those of you who want to stay silent. I'm going to go with the steel muzzle brake. With the steel muzzle brake, we get extra recoil control, and we're just going to keep that going with another attachment, the foregrip. The foregrip, usually I would use the angled combat grip, but in this case with the AKM, if you have too much vertical recoil control, your weapon will fire down before it fires up. I know it sounds crazy, but if you put on all control, you'll see what I mean. Instead, we're going to go with the K1 Elite Bevel foregrip. This is going to attack just horizontal recoil and allow the AKM to have a little bit of vertical recoil. That way it continues upward instead of downward when we start shooting. Next, we're going to go to optic. The optic that I recommend is the holographic sight type 2, but you do have a few options in here. As long as you stay within this green area here, the green rarity optics, you're not going to spend too much money. Some people do like going up to these OKP 7 reflex sight because it's only 15 to 20k. Shout out to my boy Fish, but I would still stay down here unless you absolutely want to use one of the blue sights. One of the best sights here is the reflex sight because of the sight picture. It's super clean, just a red dot in the middle, although it doesn't have a lot of lens space. So you're really just seeing your target with that calibrated magnification and nothing else really. I go to the holographic sight type 2, that way I have the wider field of view inside the lens, and I can see more than just my target, maybe the surrounding area or where they're running to. So we're going to install that. Next, we're going to put on the obvious attachments, the charging handle and the mag assist. These both give you one handling and no downsides. We're also going to add the polymer mag for an extra 4 handling and no downsides. Next, we're going to go to the rear grip. The rear grip is going to be either more control or control and handling. I would recommend the practical rear grip, that way we can keep the handling high on this weapon. But if you feel like you need a little bit more control, you can always throw in the stable rear grip. With the practical grip done, we're going to go to the stock. The stock that we use is the AK polymer stock, but you can also use the practical tactical stock if you don't want to touch your handling at all. With the AK polymer stock, we can throw that on and still throw on a stock pad. With the stock and the stock pad, we're getting 4 more control, 2 more stability, but we're losing 3 handling, which shouldn't be a big deal. This gun is still going to be very controllable, even with around 50 handling. Now, the next decision we need to make is the patch. The patch is going to be either the modular handguard panel or the Ranger handguard panel. One gives you control and stability and takes away 2 handling, while the control handguard panel gives you just control and takes away nothing else. Me personally, I like the modular handguard panel. I get that extra control and stability, and the handling is still manageable. By the way, if anyone doesn't know what stability does, it does reduce your overall recoil when holding your breath. So the higher stability you have, the longer you can hold your breath. So for more shots and the less recoil you have, which really helps those longer distances. So I add the modular handguard on both sides. And this is the build pretty much done aside from the calibrations. There's just two other options you have here. You can add on the right rail a laser sight to help you get even better aim down sight speeds. Or you can add a bipod, which this is what I do. I add a bipod, that way I can easily take those gunfights from over 100 meters, even with just a 200k gun with a 1x optic on it. This is my finalized build. With the calibrations, we'll start with the barrel. We want to put the weight limit all the way up and the length all the way up to get that extra muzzle velocity and firing stability. Then with the foregrip, we want to add weight limit, but take away thickness. The reason we're doing this is so that we have increased ADS movement speed and we'll make up the thickness on another attachment. With the rear grip, we're going to want to add the weight limit to get the extra control, and add the thickness to make up for the thickness that we lost on the foregrip. Now, adding the thickness gets rid of hip fire aim speed, which I believe is the time it takes to start hip firing your weapon after running. And we don't need that. We're not using that most of the time. And if we are hip firing, we'll probably jump toward them anyways. The next attachment we're going to go to is the optic. The optic, I put the zoom all the way up. This really is preference. What I don't think is preference is the eye relief. You want to have as much field of view as possible. You want that sight taking up as least space on your screen as possible. So we'll put the eye relief all the way down. With the stock, we're going to also put them both up. Make sure that we have that extra firing stability and control. And that's it. That's the entire calibration for the gun. And as you can see, this gun is extremely controllable, especially out to 100 meters. And then if you need to take something at 150 meters, you can bipod up and fry nonetheless.
Oop, down here.
Yep.
Target located.
Yep. On barracks. Oh no, that's our guy that wants barracks. Right there. Lit him up. That man is so hurt.
Throw in the curtains.
I saw him on the corner.
Let's go there.
Here. He had red armor. Come get your shit. Come get your shit. Come get your shit. He had red armor and red helmet.
Smoke me, smoke me, smoke me.
Smoke in the air.
Oh my god.
Reloading. Cover me.
Guess who has a red armor up here?
Nice.
Maybe we should get out of here.
Nah. Nah.
What do you mean by that?
My boy ran in and immediately died and then left. They're close on the left here.
Where are you going?
What was that?
That saw me.
Scanned me.
That came from the corner here. I can smoke to this.
Where are they hiding? Enemy, right there. Bullseye.
Down the minute.
Is that the different team or was it the same guy that did that?
Might be the different team. I killed the
Hostile
guy right
target
here.
located.
The other one's back there. He like ran off in between the silos. No, not the one that shot the rocket at you. The one that was in the
Target
corner is now
located.
back here on the other side of the solids from us.
He might be trying to go for res.
The res is right here.
Let's go here.
He's down.
Oh shit, you got that? Holy
Yeah.
fuck.
Told you, I got you. One more. Got another one. Killed him. Wipe out. Red armor for the win.
What the fuck?
Wait for my intel. Enemy located.
God, I just don't have a gun for this. Fucking fight.
He's
Enemy here.
trying to pick him up back here. Yep, he's
Target
resin.
located.
He just resin him. Down low. That's the
Why is
one
my
that.
fire's not single fire?
Looking out of myself, okay?
Inside here, I think.
Located.
Damn.
Take everything you need.
Shots at him. I hear him resing or repairing somewhere.
I think
I don't
he's
know where,
still
maybe?
inside
Hostile
here.
target
I think
located.
he's on the other side of that wall.
Got them.
Got him. Wipe out.
Our box is fair game here.
I
Cancel
low-key
that.
want that one that you just killed right there. But yeah, go ahead. I think we're gonna both
I mean,
get out with a whole bunch of
If
stuff.
you
anyways.
want him, he's all yours.
Alright. I'm gonna check this box over here first. Be careful. I don't know if that guy rotated around. Well, yeah, I guess he did, huh? Yeah, this guy doesn't have shit. I might want that box. This guy had a 200k gun. Yeah.
I'm gonna grab everything off this guy for now.
Yeah.
He does have
I
a 0 to 97 broken armor.
Okay. I'm gonna carry this box back inside. Red armor completely fried on me.
Oh, he looted his guy's stuff. He picked
No,
up all of his
that's
guy's
me.
stuff
All I
here and
picked
ran
up
off.
was his gun.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Oh
So
my
that dude
god.
that I put a couple
There's an
Anyone
orange
need
bag
this?
here if you want it.
had this AUG if you wanted.
Thank you, good sir. Oh my god. Here, I will give you a gun that's like half the value. While they're shooting at you. I fried her off that angle, bro.
Be cautious. The elevator in Zero Dam is activated. You can extract from there now.
That red armor's here. I would take it if you want to repair it and then wear it into next raid. But as far as just... I keep hearing something
Enemy
over here.
here.
Are you taking that red armor? I will
Nah, I'm
take
not.
it if not. Let's see if I can fit this.
I'm at 1.3 mil, so I kind of want to do a little bit of looting on our way.
Yeah, we can. That guy's shit, he didn't really have anything. He just seemed like he had a lot of... What's the word? A lot of gear. Because he had like a big ass